I think every Southerner who transplants to a big city, especially one that can cook, eventually gets asked the great question, what's the best way to fry chicken? Well, I'm gonna do my best to answer that question. We've got a new camera, a new kitchen, I've even got a dining room table. We've got a couple of special guests and some returning ones. Welcome back. It's Brian's Cooking Show. About 10, 15 years ago, I was living in New York and working in a restaurant, and one of my fellow servers asked me if I could make Southern fried chicken. I'd done it before and up for the challenge. I said yes, and it was an elaborate recipe. I remember soaking it overnight in buttermilk with flour dredge and egg wash and organic chicken, and it was really great. So I think I want to try to recreate that recipe, but I also want to try to create a simpler version and cook it in my air fryer. And then I really want to try my grandmother's fried chicken. So we're going to reach out to mom and dad and see if we can figure out how she did it. And of course, I can't figure this out all on my own. So we're going to have a couple of people come and judge the chicken, and we're going to figure out which one's best. So I'm headed to the grocery store now. Meet you back at my house, and we'll take a look at what I bought. We're back from the grocery store. So let's talk chicken. Our first recipe we're going to call Bougie Chicken. This is your air-chilled, non-GMO verified, free-range, almost local chicken. That's the one we're gonna put in a buttermilk bath overnight, and then we're gonna deep fry it in peanut oil in my Le Creuset. Next, Bougie Light, or we'll call this one air-fried chicken. So last time I air-fried chicken, I was so impressed with how juicy it was. But we wanna match the juiciness of the deep-fried chicken, so we're gonna brine it overnight. And then finally, Grandma's chicken. Wow, it's so big you gotta zoom out. Damn. So this one, look, Grandma would never have bought this one or this one. She's gonna buy the value pack to feed her family, right? So, that one's heavy. Still gotta talk to mom and dad about that. So, let's get these overnight baths ready. Let's start with Bougie Light / air fried chicken. So if you saw the Thanksgiving episode, you know that when I do a brine, I heat it up first and let it cool down. So there it is. 1/3 cup of salt, 1/3 cup of sugar, some pepper, and then this is the flavor profile for all of the chicken, except for Grandma's chicken. So salt, pepper, obviously, red cayenne, paprika, garlic powder, oregano. So I put all of that into the brine, let it cool down, and now I have that same mixture ready to pour in the buttermilk. Of course, in Los Angeles, all I could find was reduced fat buttermilk. Look, it's the best I could do. Okay, this is pretty simple. So I whisked all of that deliciousness together, and then we're gonna just toss that over there, and then we pour it over the chicken. It's so strange doing this in my new kitchen. I love it, but makes things challenging. Of course, we did that whole episode in Palm Springs, so now let's see if I can do this while filming. Oh, nope. See you in a minute. Movie magic. So that's gonna go in the refrigerator overnight. Kind of get the air out, which I could do a lot easier if not filming. So that's going in overnight. Great. So one thing we didn't talk about earlier was side dishes. Also, I'm in 4K now, and it wasn't earlier, but we're not refilming. Side dishes. So when we talk to mom and dad tomorrow morning, we're gonna talk to them about mom's slaw. Very similar to Grandma's chicken, my mother's slaw is very simple and so delicious. And then, I like to get inspired from celebrity chefs. We're gonna make Rachel Ray's lemon potatoes. So that should be good with all the chicken. All right, the calm before the storm. See you tomorrow. It's the day of the show. I'm getting ready to Zoom mom and dad. So we're gonna talk about mom's slaw and grandma's fried chicken. I wanted to let you know, I had a bit of a cooking awakening this morning. I realized that I have to go get a thermometer so I can test the oil before and during the cooking. I just don't cook fried chicken enough to have that internal setting. Also, I'm gonna try to find a metal rack so we can get the chicken prepared. All 3 types of chicken, 9 chicken breasts ready to cook in 3 different apparatus at 3 different times. So yeah, that's gonna be really fun. So Ellen's ready. You ready, Ellen? Well, she's getting ready, it seems. Whew. So let's zoom. Okay, there you are. Just one sec, the audio has to, you have to connect to audio. So we're gonna talk about 2 things. First of all, hi, I love you.
Love you too.
Oh, we love you too.
So first of all, let's talk about the slaw. How do you make the slaw?
Slaw is very simple.
Okay.
Just cabbage.
You take a head of cabbage, chop it up finely, add mayonnaise, salt, and pepper.
What kind of
And
mayonnaise?
mix it. We use Blue Plate only.
Blue Plate?
But that's not. No, it doesn't matter. You know, whatever mayonnaise, Hellman's will be fine. Anything will be fine. Just don't use salad dressing. Use mayonnaise.
Okay, not salad dressing, mayonnaise. That's good. That should be easy. Now, okay, tell me about this fried chicken. Grandma's fried chicken, your fried chicken. So I have the cast iron skillet and I bought Crisco. So what do I do?
Well, you put about I'm gonna guess a ½ an inch of Crisco in the skillet. Warm it to on medium high till it gets warm. Don't put the chicken in. Well, first of all, that's preparing the grease. Okay, get it warm. Never put the chicken in cold grease.
Right.
Then you just take the chicken and you dry it off, pat it dry, roll it in flour with salt and pepper in it. Nothing else. Nothing fancy.
Okay.
And make sure you take your fingers and put it in every crevice and all that stuff, you know. Then you when the grease gets ready, just lightly, you know, put it in the skillet. Don't throw it in there. Just put it in the skillet.
Right.
Cover the skillet good and let it cook. And just take. She always used a fork. We like to use prongs, but you know she didn't have prongs. She used a fork.
Right.
But so we just take that and you just sort of lift it up, see if it's cooking, and when it gets to cooking, then you just turn it over.
Okay.
And you steadily turn it over to let it cook while turning it over. Leave it on medium high.
Medium high.
And depending on the stove, if that seems like it's too hot, turn it down.
Turn it down. Yeah.
If it's too cold, turn it up. Just don't get it too high, or you'll have a crispy outside and a raw inside.
Yeah, and burned.
That's right.
Burned flour, gross.
Yeah.
So it's simple.
It is simple.
So when you say ½ an inch, I'm not covering the chicken fully.
No. You're not deep frying it.
Okay.
You're just gonna put about ½ an inch, you know, and it'll cook in that, you know.
And what you can do after you get your grease hot, if you want to sprinkle a little bit of flour in there to see if it's kind of ready.
Yes.
You know, and that way you'll know if the grease is ready. But the way I do,
I can't see Mom.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There you are.
I always, you know, like cook it for a few minutes and then turn it over and cook it for a few minutes. But it always takes longer for the breast to get done. Of course, your grandmother, she always used a whole chicken, cut up a whole chicken.
Right.
You know, cook the whole thing.
Hi.
All right.
Thank you so much. I love you so much.
Love you too.
I love you too.
Let's cook. So I have everything ready for the slaw. They didn't have Blue Plate or Hellman's, so we went with real mayo. I assume that means it's the real deal. Also, these beautiful potatoes. I think they're called white gold. So we're gonna get those boiling for a little bit and then I'll show you what to do next. Oh, and I went to Sur La Table for the Bougie Chicken. We have a thermometer. For Grandma's chicken, we're gonna wing it. Eek. Okay, let's prep the slaw and get these potatoes boiling. Step 1 for the potatoes, boil them in very salty water. We're gonna pre-boil them for 20 minutes and then we're gonna drain them and I'll show you what to do next. Okay, here's the cabbage. Now, I think what makes this so good is how thinly diced it is. Honestly, when I'm not making this for a cooking show, I don't dice it quite as thin, but I did my best for Mom. Okay, now pepper, salt, real mayo. I don't know. I think there's a lot of mayo that goes in there, so I'm just gonna mix it all up. And oh yeah, that's definitely not enough. So I'm gonna mix that all up off camera, and then we'll come back to the potatoes when they finish boiling. The slaw's ready. So there it is. That's the consistency. It tastes so good. Now I have the potatoes ready. Okay, look, this is how we're gonna do them. We're gonna get them all ready in advance. So kind of like move them around. Then we're gonna smash them. So this is what we're gonna do. Smash. Ah, yes. So we're gonna smash all of them, and then we're gonna drizzle them with olive oil, put salt and pepper on them, and then we're gonna stick them in the fridge because then we're gonna bake them, of course, when everything is being super chaotic. It's time for a costume change because it's getting hot in the kitchen. Let's see where we are. We're less than an hour from eating. I am charring these lemons, so that's gonna be for the potatoes. So those are just getting started. I have my Bougie Chicken ready, my oil ready, peanut oil, Crisco for Grandma's chicken, and then I have my flour ready. So this is Bougie Light. This is the air fried chicken. So as you remember, it has all the seasoning. Grandma's chicken. Oh, and this also has cornstarch. So I kind of did like 2 cups of self-rising flour, a third, maybe a half cup of cornstarch. I was kind of winging it. This for Grandma's chicken, just self-rising flour, salt, and pepper. Bougie Chicken. We're gonna do this one in a bag because it's gonna be super wet from the buttermilk bath. So that is same as here, exactly the same. So then we have that's from the brine. I patted it dry as much as possible. We're letting it get to room temperature. And this is Grandma's chicken. So Dad said it was really important to get it. It's still kind of wet, but I'm gonna do my best to get that dry. Yeah, don't touch your phone after doing that. So there's the prep. We're gonna start. The first chicken we're gonna get ready is Grandma's chicken. So I have my little pan ready, followed by, well, I'm a little nervous and I've been, all right, we're gonna dredge it in. Just gonna dredge it. So remember, this is the one, my hand is shaking. This is the one that Dad said get in all the crevices. All right, hold on. Okay, that's a little better, a little easier. So, I don't know. It seems so simple, deceptively simple. All right, let's get it. Can that really be all there is to Grandma's chicken? All right, so I bought this little pan, sur la table. All right, we'll do the next one. All right, this seems easy. No wonder Grandma did it this way. Okay, we have about 9 minutes before we start the air fried chicken. So, just so you know, it gets cooked at 390 for 25 minutes. And we're gonna use, I have this Ninja dual kind of thingy here. So yeah, I think you have to check your settings if you're only gonna use a single basket, but since I'm using 25 minutes, I think that's right. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see what else we have ready. Lemons are charred, so that's gonna go on the potatoes after we cook them. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn the oven on. That's really for the potatoes because we are not using them for the chicken. So it's not gonna be necessary because we're gonna heat it up just right. Next, Bougie Light air fried chicken. So it's pretty wet, but this one we're gonna do in the egg wash. So this is just 1 whole egg and then an egg white. So, oh my, I'm a little nervous. This is gonna be hard to do, especially when I do the Bougie chicken. So you wanna cover it as much as possible. Oh, my goodness. So I also, I put a little extra on Grandma's chicken and we'll do a little shake before we put it in the oil. Now it's time. Bougie Light, okay. That's this one. Okay, so, oh, I don't know. I feel like I need to put a little more flour on there, don't you? Okay, this is gonna be a huge mess, but we gotta do what we gotta do. Oh yeah, this rack may have been a bad idea. Hey, that's what happens when you do things live. Oh yeah, that was a really bad idea. I don't know who on the internet said that was smart. All right, that's where we are. Put it in the air fryer. Okay. A little trick about this air fryer, just so you know, and so Grandma's chicken is gonna need to be rebreaded. At some point, we're gonna have to spray this with olive oil. So I've done this before. That one's not so bad. Maybe I'll have that one. Because what's gonna happen is the flour isn't quite gonna get, you'll see, it's gonna be white. So, oh, that one's done. So, we have salmonella everywhere. So for this one, oh, air fry, 390, right? And then time, 25. Let's do the other one, air fry, 390. Yes, 25. This is starting, it's happening. All right, we're cooking. Okay, so I hope you can see this. Buttermilk, I put, in the bag. This is crunch time, y'all. All right, we're just gonna take it out. Oh God, it's falling apart. And we're gonna put it right in the bag. Let's take a look at this thermometer and not get burned. We're not to 360 yet, and I think that's where it's supposed to be. Let's turn this, that's already bubbling. All right, 16, let's take a look at it. It's getting cooked slowly. I think it's taking a little longer than I anticipated. I feel like we might have to turn the time up. Okay, we're there. We're at 360. Now, we're immediately gonna turn it down. I'm gonna make sure this one's down, and we're gonna start with, oh my God, say a little prayer. Bougie chicken. Shake it off, shake it off. Oh, remember Mom said to test it? Well, it's too late. Oh my gosh, that's terrifying. All right, Grandma's chicken. Here we go. I'm gonna anticipate turning this one down. I've never really used, okay, it's going down. It's gotta be between 300 and 320, I think. Okay. This segment's been filming a long time. Oh no, look what I did. Okay. All right, Grandma, be with me. Well, people, when you do a live cooking show, unfortunately, sad things happen. As you see, the breading has completely come off of Bougie Chicken. So that's a real bummer. But that's what happens. Grandma's chicken is kind of looking okay. I don't know. We came really close to giving up just then, but we don't give up on Brian's cooking show. So I took it out and I refloured the bitch. Why not? We don't give up. That's why I saved some extra. Grandma's chicken is doing fine. You have to flip it in a sec. Those crunches that fell off are good. Anyway, let's check the air fryer. Okay, this is what I was telling you. We gotta spray it with oil. Oh yeah, there we go. Because it won't, that could be dangerous, who knows. So that's how it's gonna finish. Flip it. Flip it. And then we're gonna spray the other side. I think it turned out pretty well. That one is really burned, so I'm gonna try to eat that one. Let's check on the potatoes. They're looking good. They need to be done. Our second guest is not quite here yet. She's almost here. I feel like I should pop these in the oven to keep them warm. Maybe not.
Oh my gosh!
You're on camera.
Hello!
Come in.
This is great.
Yes. I hope it doesn't smell like burned flour.
It smells really good.
Special guest, Zoe. Special guest, Prince. We've seen Prince before. Well, enjoy.
I can't wait.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Prince is like a fried chicken critic.
Critic.
I'm a little nervous. All right. So, chicken. 1, 2, 3. Now that burnt piece,
Is
whoop, I'm eating that one. Potatoes, slaw. What do you think? What do you think?
That's really good.
Prince, I'm gonna zoom in.
This is good too.
Oh, yes! Good, I'm glad,
It
okay.
has good seasoning on it.
Yeah.
Okay, Prince likes seasoning, so,
Yeah, I do.
all right, good. Good. Okay, it's time for part 2. Chicken number 2. I'm just gonna grab that one because it's a little burned. All right, there you go. Boom.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm on chicken number 2. I find it to be a little salty and a little rubbery, but let's see what our special guests think.
It's definitely heavy on the salt, but you know, it's not like too overpowering. It's still good. I'm still going for it.
Oh, that's so
The salt
sweet.
makes you want more.
What do you think of the texture? The texture.
The texture is good.
Is it good?
Yeah.
It's softer than the other one.
And
I'm
it's
not
Ah.
getting
It's kind of moist inside, which is really
yeah.
good. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. I can't tell you until the end.
Okay.
But the people know. The people who've already been watching, they know
already
the
know.
secret. And they're like,
I'm liking the salty one more and more with every bite.
interesting. And Prince, you didn't think it was too salty, did you?
No, I think I like it more too.
Right?
What? Wow.
It's
this
kind of moist and it's easier to cook too.
is easier to cut. I just spit out my food. All right, there you go. I'm quite
Oh my
interested
God,
to
this
see.
is a lot of food.
I know, but you don't have to eat it all.
Of course, I'm gonna eat it.
I will.
I'm not saving it.
Whoa.
All right.
This one's definitely got a whole different energy. and
It
vibe.
does.
It
All right.
does.
Okay. This is Grandma's fried chicken, and it tastes just like it. Wow, I hope I didn't have food in my teeth. We'll see what they think. All right, flipping it over.
It's a little crispy.
Crispy, you like it crispy? That's good.
This one's chewier
Chewy. Got it.
than the last two.
Okay, that makes sense.
I went back to the salty one
Uh-huh.
because I missed it.
Wow,
I know.
that says something. Prince, what do you think of number 3?
It's good.
It's good. Not quite the endorsement we had before.
This one has the right seasoning. The last one.
You are gonna be shocked at that.
Yes, it has the right seasoning. It tastes like, you know,
Wow.
I think
it's
this
not
one,
salty and it's, you know,
number 3 has the most beautiful presentation. Like it looks like your perfect fried chicken.
Okay, it's time to announce the winners. Prince, what's your favorite?
my favorite is number 3.
Number 3. Good. And Zoe?
My favorite is number 2. Number 1's close.
It's the next day. So it seems like we had a tie. Prince went with number 3. Zoe went with number 2, with 1 as a backup. And you know, I think I'm gonna go with Grandma's chicken. I actually had some this morning with some scrambled eggs, and maybe simple is best. Either way, it was a lot of fun. We'll see you next time. Bye! Good, the end!